Hey guys, welcome to Outbid, the gamified launchpad made by the team over here at Astrovault. We're going to walk through a demo here so you guys can see what the process is going to be like once it's time for you to actually participate. So right now this is all on testnet with testnet tokens, but when you go to a landing screen, you're going to be able to see the different campaigns we have. You can sort by whether they're live, upcoming, what ones have passed, so you already have vesting tokens going on, or what ones are completely done. All the vesting's done. It's just took place in the past. We'll have links to their website so you can learn more about them as well. Today we're going to go over an Astrovault 4 one. This is just going to be a practice demo so you guys can get the feel for it. The goal of Astrovault is to be a gamified launchpad. We want it to drive sales more than a regular launchpad would. We want it to be fun and engaging, and we want it to be cheaper and more economically viable for the teams that we list on it. Most launchpads are focused on trying to be sustainable in and of themselves. Astrovault is already operating at a significant profit as just a DeFi application spot exchange. And our goal with Outbid is to grow our liquidity, our protocol-owned liquidity, and better serve our clients so they have a better chance of success as we're literally invested in them. So we charge zero cash. We just take tokens on the back end that we use to grow your liquidity here on Astrovault. So it's more like a flywheel effect that's also fun and engaging. Here I'm going to start by connecting my wallet. I'm going to use Kepler for this demo. That's about to start. There we go. All right, I've got some notifications here. This is what it's going to look like after a vest is complete. But you got your loan notifications. And if you say click on one, it'll just take you to where you can actually go get the tickets. I won an NFT on this the last time, so I'll just go ahead and clear these notifications. But it's a nice way of alerting you when your vest is done for previous rounds. So we're going to go back here to Outbid. Astrovault Sales 4 is upcoming. So once this gets pushed live, we're gonna hop in here and take part. The way Outbid is set up differently from other launchpads is it's actually a series of micro sales. Any team can customize this however they want, but so far what we're seeing most people do and what we did ourselves with our token launch is we did a series of micro sales. Each new sale, so if you fill one, you'll launch a new sale with a higher price and a shorter vest. So the more rounds you go, the longer the previous ones are locked up for. With our sale, we were willing to do up to 10 sales. We ended up finishing with 5. That sale number 5 was liquid immediately at token launch, and then sale number 1 then had a 4-month launch vest. Sale number 2 had a 3-month vest, etc. But sale number 1 was able to get in at a 7.5-cent price, while AXV launched at a 10.2-cent price, as determined by each round going up by 8%. So a nice little structure that way, plus of course gamification for if a round doesn't fill, which we will get into.
So yeah, Outbid is a fun way to create a gamified launch to drive engagement for a sale and to get users involved in a way that isn't just, hey, let me come to this website real quick and place a single bid. So like normally with a launchpad, you come in, you just purchase, a small amount of tokens. It's not really engaging. It's not really, there's nothing lasting. There's nothing keeping you there. There's nothing keeping you playing. We wanted to change that. We wanted to really draw users in to drive engagement and to keep things moving in a way that it continually draws people back. As the rounds go on, there's more opportunities and stakes get higher. So,
woot, love it. All right, it is live. So we're going to go ahead and hop in here to Astrovault 4, the one we're going to do here for this demo. And you're going to see that it starts out in VIP bidding. Every sale, we start out with a whitelist. Each team can determine what constitutes their whitelist, if it's NFT holders, if it's previous Outbid participants, whoever you want. But they're going to get the first access to participate. For Astrovault's round, we had our whitelist consist of liquidity providers. And so only existing liquidity providers got to buy at that 7.5-cent price. They filled the entire round in 4 minutes, and then we launched the next round at 8.1 cents. It went up 8%. And then once the whitelist period ended, then the public could participate. And once that round finished, whoever participated in the public sale was added to the future whitelist. That's what we have by default. Again, any team can use this however they want to. But the idea is you can select whatever your requirements are for whoever can get that first access, and they can participate. At this point, that time ended. Usually it's going to be like 15, 30 minutes, whatever you set, and then like a 24-hour round. We're, of course, rushing through this for the purposes of this demo, but now we're in the regular status for just bidding. So I'm going to go ahead and spend some USDC here on testnet, and I'm going to buy some tickets. We buy tickets at 1 ticket equals $1, and then the conversion rate for tickets to tokens can change based on the price for each independent round. But I bought some tickets, and I should show up here just a second in the top bidders. Huh. I guess it didn't go through. Okay, I'm gonna buy some tickets right here. So once we have the bids gone through, I already have a nickname and I've got a shield, which means I bid on them. But if you're with a new account, your nickname section is going to show up blue like this. And you can set your own nickname with AXV. It's just some fun gamification on the side, and you can call other people names. Just want to keep it engaging and fun. So I could change it here to whatever I want to. I'll pretend I'm Ethan for a little bit. And pay some AXV to set my nickname. But it's kind of fun. Our communities enjoyed being able to set each other's nicknames or do whatever they think is funny, because we want this to be engaging, to be fun, not only to make money, but to have a good time so that we get return users and they have fun doing it here. But once the regular round has finished, now it turns orange. We're in status bonus time. At this point, if the round does not fill by the end of the time, or if no one else bid by the end of this timer, whoever is the last person to bid, right now it's me, is going to win all of the rest of the tokens in this sale. So how we can drive sales in ways that others don't is that there's these huge jackpots, there's these huge incentives. In our personal sale, we ended up selling an additional $108,000 towards our raise after time had fully expired through this gamification. And then some lucky participant was able to get a $33,000 jackpot fully liquid. So like the only reason we were able to drive those sales is because the jackpot itself was very real. But at this point, we're going to need like other people to kind of bid and to keep this clock going. Let's see, walk through a bid here. And if the other guys on the demo, if you guys want to participate as well, that'd be great. Right now it's just me bidding, but every time a bid happens here in bonus time, it will reset the clock. Additionally, the minimum bid, again, customizable for each team. We've been doing $100 for a minimum bid. And then in bonus time only, that minimum bid will go up by 50 bucks every time a new bid is placed. Just so it's not like every 15 minutes it goes back and forth for $100 for like a day or two. We do want it to escalate. We do want the round to finish or end and keep it engaging for the users who are participating. So now we have some more users bidding, and each time they bid and buy a couple tickets, whoever's the last one to bid is holding the entire jackpot.
Now, we're of course rushing through this for a demo. Traditionally, as this takes place, if the round does fill in bonus time, we have a couple extra bonuses, and then we'll go forward and do a next round, add a vesting to this one and a higher price to the next one. And then when a round doesn't fill and a jackpot's given out, that will mark the end of the Outbid campaign. Of course, for the demo, we can just start it whenever we want to.
But in general, the bidding takes place here. Right now, 1 ticket equals 20 AXV, which suggests a 5-cent price for AXV if this were the demo. Minimum tickets is now 500 because it's been going up each bid in bonus time. So now I can't bid 400, whereas usually the bid is 100. So minimum is 500, let's buy some more. You can disable the nickname section on your UI if you'd like. We think it's fun. You see the edit button here, he doesn't have a shield. I can go in and change the name of Unlucky. I think he's feeling unlucky at this point. So I'm gonna change his name to Lucky. I'm gonna have to burn some AXV. It doesn't go anywhere. It literally just gets burned, just as a fun utility for the token and for the space. But now I was able to change his name, and it'll showcase here on that I have dubbed him as Lucky instead. So some fun gamification as well. The notifications are important. If we could add operator, if we could add a prize to whoever closes out the round. We have an operator panel that we're not going to get into on this demo, but Outbid is designed to be franchised out so that other people can own and operate their own small businesses using Outbid in other communities, on other platforms with other deal flow. We can get residual payment to Astrovault for it, but they can also operate at their own profit. And whoever is operating can give their own prizes along the way. We've been giving out NFTs to anyone who finishes in the top 3. We'll also, for this next campaign, we're going to do for Lunar Space. If you're watching this afterwards, this will have taken place on May 15th, 2024. But we'll be giving out like an Archie NFT to first place, as well as another one to like a random user who was whitelisted for Archies. We'll be giving out random AXV to participants. So you might just, buy some tickets and then poof, you won 100 AXV. That's great. But we'll also give out some AXV to whoever closes out the round, whoever does buy the last tickets. Some additional hedging against this jackpot which if you're the team launching on Outbid, you don't really want to give away a $45,000 jackpot, especially if you've only raised $4,000. So we're hoping we go quite a few rounds before this kind of triggers, and that the gamification does drive enough in sales that the jackpots not like the entire amount of tickets of a round. Of course, from a participant's perspective, you want it to be as high as possible. But I mean, we'll see what happens. That's not knowing, not controlling it is why it's fun, why it's dynamic, and why it's exciting.
But some additional gamification we're using in these is when a round does fill in bonus time, whoever is the first half of the money that comes in, whoever puts in the first 25K, if it's a 50K raise, will get a bonus 6% on their tickets. So if you were getting a 5-cent price for AXV, you would now get 6% less than that, like lower price than that, for being early in a round. Now this will only happen if the round gets to bonus time and then goes over. If the round never gets to bonus time, it just shows demand's really high. We don't need to give out extra incentives. We're already giving out an incredible valuation. But if there's a lull in the sales to the point where a round doesn't fill in regular time and it takes the bonus time to bid, it's usually better to give out 6% to the first half, which is an extra 3% of tokens in the raise, which is likely cheaper than giving out a jackpot. There's a small margin of like a really small jackpot where that's not the case.
But it should hopefully encourage a lot of the users and community who participated early to work together to make sure that this round gets filled, as well as the additional bonus of the whoever is the one closing the round. So some people might want to get in early and get that extra 6% and make sure that they get the low valuation. Some people are going to bid at the end trying to get the jackpot. But the people who are bidding at the end trying to get the jackpot, if they don't win the jackpot and if the round does fill, won't get the extra tickets that the early participants do. So we're trying to have a lot of different gamification. We've seen from our community already a lot of different strategies. Some people only want to participate in the early rounds. Some people only want to bid on the jackpot. Some people are DCAing their way across just to make sure that they get something unlocking every single month. If the fact that there are so many good strategies and so many people are so confident in them makes us feel like we built a good, fun, engaging game where there's not a unilateral best way to play it. And again, any team launching it can customize any of these parameters, any of these numbers, however you want. You can have the price go down, you can have the price stay the same. You don't have to do a jackpot. But so far, the traction we've seen both from our mainnet raise as well as our private demos is that this has been fun, fair, and engaging. So we're going to roll with it as we can. The bonus time is still working. We've had more bids coming in. Once we're done with doing some sales here, if you are going to skip to the end after, like, say, sale 2, we will showcase what the vesting portal will look like, which will automatically be set up as soon as a round ends. So let's go ahead and close the sale out. Let's fill the entire sale, see what happens. So right now this is taking place on the Archway blockchain. We're doing this right now on testnet. This will eventually be built more places. And again, if you would like Outbid built on your blockchain, if you would like to launch your project on Outbid for a public sale and list on Astrovault, please do reach out. We're happy to facilitate that. If you want to run your own franchise of Outbid, we can get you set up for that as well. Oh, okay. So I was the member who filled out the raise. I bought the last amount of tickets. So I got a little pop-up. Hey, I won an extra 500 AXV on top of what I already got. You will get random pop-ups like this. You will win random NFTs. You will win random cash prizes as you bid. Keeps it engaging. You never really know what's going to pop up. And hopefully we can keep that gamification, keep the opportunities here growing. So now at sale 1, it shows that it's sold out, but it's specifically bonus sold out, which lets us know that it's sold out in bonus time. Whoever put in the first 25K will have gotten additional tickets. I'm going to go here. So this is how many tickets I have in this sale. I have this showcasing that I won some NFTs for it. I got a little Archie egg and a golden astronaut. And then also I'm going to look at my tickets on this sale. So these are my different purchase orders, how many I got each time. I got first place. And then if you see here, I got +6, +6, +6, +30. At some point that's going to stop. I don't get it for this one. And even here it's cut off. This is the extra 6% that we were getting, I mentioned, for being the first half of participants for, and that sells out in bonus time. So at this point, I got 26,872 tickets, but I put in less than $26,872 because I got bonus tickets on my earlier sales. And the ones that, like, at the end that were bidding on trying to get the jackpot don't get that bonus because they weren't in the first half. So pick your own strategy for your users. Definitely interesting, a lot at play. We're trying to make it look more simple than it maybe is, but we're also, we don't want to overcomplicate it more than is needed. We want it to just be fair, equitable, and have different strategies like a good game. All right. Usually it'll showcase a ticket logo if you have tickets in a certain sale. Mine shows a trophy because I won a prize at the end. I got the 500 AXV. Just closing out the sale will usually, if there is a prize at the end, which there usually is, will give you a trophy. Additionally, if you win like a random prize along the way, you'll also get a little trophy thing showing up that you not just had tickets, but you won a bonus.
Right. Or that you got an NFT, or we do a variety of things that we give away there. Which do we have NFTs set for this?
Yes. Yeah, so we'll see the NFTs fully, like how to redeem them once the vesting triggers, which takes place once the entire campaign is done. Because at this point in the sale 1 finish, which means sale 2 will launch. As soon as sale 2 launches, it means that sale 1 will have a 1-month vest. But at this point, we don't know if we're going to finish with 2 sales or if we're going to finish with 6 sales. And not until the whole campaign is done do we know what the vesting is. So we don't trigger that whole aspect of the Outbid campaign until it's all over. So we'll showcase what that looks like here at the end of this video. Until then, I can do a little sneak peek here by clicking the right corner. I'm getting an Archie egg and I'm getting a golden astronaut. We get gold, silver, and bronze astronauts to for second and third place of each round. They might have some cool utility later on. If somebody overtakes your nickname, it'll show orange. So I mentioned when you first log in, it'll be blue. When it gets overtaken, it'll show orange. Right now, nobody can do that to me because I have a shield. The shield costs more AXV so that other people can't rename you the same way I can rename this person. So this user has a shield. They set this username, and I can't overtake it because they paid for me not to. This person does not have a shield, so I can edit their username. Anything silly. And again, the AXV that gets spent on this is just completely burned. There is the ability on mainnet to just hide the whole username side of this if you want it to look a little bit more professional. We're trying to have fun with it. Most of our users in our community are crypto degens, are Web3 active participants. They're wanting to have a good time while they play. We're gonna let them have that. So sale 2 is live. We're gonna get there in 1 second. I just want to reiterate that any participant who is choosing to raise can choose which tokens that they accept. Right now on testnet, we're just showing AXV or USDC to participate. However, each team can customize that. The sale that we will be doing on May 15th is going to be accepting USDC from either Noble or Axelar, IST, which is interstable from the Agoric community, Atom, Arch, Quorium, and AXV, our own Astrovault token. So again, they can choose to accept whatever they want to. For our Astrovault raise, we accepted a bunch of stables as well as Atom only. Anyone can choose whatever they would like. So sale 2 is live. We're in the whitelist section. I can participate this time because I participated in sale 1 in the public section when I wasn't whitelisted. So now I am whitelisted, and I'll buy the minimum amount of tickets and get this leaderboard kicked off. Cool. So you're going to see the aggregate between all the sales up here in the top right. But then specifically for this sale, it's going to be down here. And then once this time runs out, we're going to transition from VIP bidding to just bidding. The goal of Outbid, in addition to just growing liquidity and being a fun way to raise, the goal of it going forward is to be something that gets franchised out so that other people can use this and it can scale beyond what our team can scale it to be, as well as eventually get better Web 2 integrations so that it can compete with the likes of GoFundMe in a way that takes a little smaller cut and is more fun and equitable and can do more things than traditional raise applications. Like there's no reason that why this would be limited to Web3, although Web3 can bring more value than a traditional Web 2 application could. So we're the regular bidding status. Again, if this round fully fills out here, it would not even trigger bonus time. It's only when a round completely runs out of time will we go into this bonus time where as soon as a timer expires, the entire campaign is over.
Each team doing a raise can customize however, like things like minimum amount of tickets per bid or maximum amount of tickets per bid or per wallet. Right now we have it set up so that no wallet can purchase more than 25,000 tickets in a round, with the exception that we can go over that once it's bonus time because we don't want to get on a jackpot. We want the round to fill and to keep going forward. That's a pretty high maximum at half the round. Lots of launchpads choose to do much smaller maximums. Again, we're open to it. It's really up to whatever team launching on us wants.
As for the cost of using Outbid, typically most launchpads will charge like an upfront fee as well as a percentage of the cash taken. We are trying to be unique. We understand that our clientele, the people coming to us to raise funds, need money to pay their devs, and we get that. We're not trying to take any of the cash that they're able to raise. We could do this completely for free, but what we are trying to do is have this help our flywheel over at Astrovault, where we become invested in the projects that launch on us and we become their default place to trade. So what we are currently requesting is 10% of tokens sold as an additional bonus, not to our team, but to the Astrovault AXV DAO. This is a test net, so these stats aren't live, but at the time of recording this, our actual POL is like $1.2 million. Our actual liquidity is like $8 or something million. And so say a lunar space sells $300,000 worth of tokens here on Outbid in the next 2 weeks. When that happens, we would then get $30,000 worth of tokens to the AXV DAO as protocol owned liquidity. We would take those tokens and bootstrap a liquidity pool on Astrovault so that their initial liquidity listing already is live. The default place to trade them is on Astrovault, and those are tokens that are owned, managed, and governed by the AXV token holders. So we're not in it for cash. They can raise as much cash as they want. They can keep all the cash that they want, but we're literally invested in them and their growing success through this participation. Plus, we're able to give our community hopefully really good opportunities to get early access to promising projects. So the timer expired. We are now back into bonus time. So everything looks orange. Things that US change a little bit. You're going to get more notifications. And Chile has the last bid at $48,901 jackpot. I'm angry at them, so I'm going to attack them. This works on Kepler Leap Plasma Station right now. I use Leap Mobile a lot. This is fully mobile compatible for your users. We're working on getting better Web 2 integration and gas abstraction so that anybody can use this as long as with a debit or credit card. Right now, if you're on Astrovault and you're trying to come in quickly and get a jackpot, use some cash, click the deposit button. It defaults to deposit IBC, which is Cosmos's interchain communication protocol, but you can also change it to deposit fiat or cash, and Kato money will pop up and you can come in with USD directly from like a debit or credit card. So once we have full gas abstraction, that will make it a lot easier as well. I'm going to come back here to the sale. You can check the dashboard up here as well, so I can show that I changed their name. When it's this self-identifies, they change their own name. You can disable this if you want to. We plan on adding a troll box eventually as well, so we want the users that are here to stay involved, stay engaged, be watching the actual jackpot bidding at the end of the sale if it applies, and to have a good time. We have received overwhelmingly positive feedback on our initial campaign, which is wonderful, and we want to make sure we can keep that going and build a community who's involved, engaged, and enjoys coming back for these sales. Part of that involves it being fun. A lot of it involves it being profitable for the participants. So we're trying to do a good job vetting solid teams right now. Obviously, this is going to scale beyond our early team, but if we are to develop Outbid to a position where it's going to be something franchisable, the franchise has to be worth something.
Yep, and ideally we'll franchise it out on a lot of different networks. It'll have a wide reach and it'll bring a lot of different eyes on Astrovault and kind of bring more people into the DAO and bring more volume in, hopefully.
Woot. All right, let's go ahead and let this one expire. Start watching the countdown take place, and at the end, and some people have asked us why we don't do a shorter countdown timer than like 10 or 15 minutes. And the reason is like what happens if the blockchain gets stuck or like people are trying to move funds in and they can't. If somebody's a last bidder and people are trying to snipe at the end, they could DDoS the network for a short amount of time and force the bidding to stop. We don't want the bidding to stop. We don't want people who want to purchase tickets to not be able to. So we're taking some extra precautions right now. Hopefully in the future we feel more safe. But This one I've got a trophy because I won a jackpot at the end. Got the 500 AXV. This one I've got tickets because I have tickets in this sale. And it will show this round was not sold out. As soon as this happens in a regular Outbid campaign, this will trigger the end. It will let you know that there will not be a sale 3. Why would we raise the price and add a vest when there wasn't enough demand for the lower price in sale 2? So this will cause the end of it. We're not going to give out 2 $39,000 jackpots. We'll just give out 1. And now we'll be ready to start the vest. So operator, you can go ahead and trigger the vest and we can showcase the NFTs. All right, at this point, the vest is triggered. You can see here on the same profile, there's no longer a bidding section. Instead, I can redeem my vested here AXV for the demo or my bonus NFT for getting 3rd place. Let's check out my NFT first. I'm gonna claim this here. For 3rd place, I got this wonderful NFT from Quoyn, QWOYN, as well as a bronze astronaut. And then since this was the last sale, there's no vest, and I can claim my tokens immediately, which you can do right here on the UI. Pass through 1 transaction, and boom, you get your tokens. All right. Now, if I go into sale 1, these now would have a 1-month vest. Of course, we run it much shorter for the demo, but because it's just 1 sale removed from the last one, and I also want an NFT here for 1st place. Let's click on this one, see what we got. And we can partner with any NFT projects. We can buy NFTs. We'd love to get discounts on them. If you guys want more exposure for your NFT projects, feel free to come give them out to our community. You could do it random. You could do it to specific places, whatever customization you want. If you want additional exposure, we're happy to facilitate that and give more gifts and more prizes to our users who are actively buying stuff. So this is an Archie egg, which is the primary PFP NFT set for the Archway ecosystem right now. And then I got a nice golden astronaut, and each one of these astronauts looks different from each other too. So I'm happy with my NFTs, and I'll get a notification once my vesting is done here. So that concludes how Outbid works, how to participate in it. Please comment and subscribe. Let us know what features you would like, what aspects of this was confusing and you'd like more information on. And we're excited to get you guys in the community. Please get us more deal flow. Come buy new listings on Outbid and come bring us new projects to raise funds.